There are certain names that you just don't mess with, and Tina is a name. Think about it. Every Tina that you know, do they not have a mean streak in them? Every Tina that you know has a mean streak, and you don't mess with them. I'm very concerned about Tina. You know, Tina is our ostrich who, she's lame. She has the swelling in her knee. And the cold weather, I'm afraid, has affected her more than it has everybody else. And so she's really not looking good. She's not feeling good. And I am sincerely concerned about her making it through this winter. We're going to walk over and have a look at her, see if she has an appetite to eat. I do have a prescription medication that I have to give her, and I would like to hear your thoughts. And I will say this in the intro of the video, so as you don't waste your comment, that guys, we don't have a vet anywhere in our area that knows much about the exotics. We've talked about that in several of our other videos where we have had vets come out and look at them. And but most of our vets will tell you real fast that they are not specially trained in exotics. And so even though they have a small couple of weeks course on exotics in their vet classes back in the universities, focusing on one particular exotic is just not common. And I know I have a shaky voice because I'm emotional, and I love her, and it breaks my heart seeing her out there all by herself, just kind of sitting there. But I think it's gonna do me good to talk about it, and I'd love to read the comments and see what your thoughts are. So let's make our way over there. So all of these girls are looking good. Well, girls and boys. These guys are eating good, they're looking good, and you can definitely see a difference in their body shape and compared to when we go out and look at Tina. We also know exactly how much feed that we should be giving them, and so they're getting plenty of grains every day. They're getting plenty of vegetables and fruits and what they need to be healthy. So I brought her by some watermelon, which they've eaten before, but right now it's just not something that she wants. I do have some grains, but the problem is I have to somehow sneak her meds. And you can't make her take her meds. You can't stick meds in grain. So it is encouraging that she's eating. So she wants the grains, which is good. Having an appetite is huge. Sorry about all the noise in the distance. That's Miss Pat and Mr. David have their grandkids over for the holidays. So you can see just from her body shape that she's underweight. She just looks frail. You can also see how gingerly she's walking, trying to keep weight off of that one leg. And then the worst thing is, I can't really walk up any closer without scaring her, but there's 2 yellow pills. She's eaten one, but the other 2 have kind of come out of the... Okay, she just ate 2. There's one more. Right in the center of the camera, there's one more yellow pill that she really needs to take, sweetie. If she could take that last one, I would be happy. Of course, that medicine is based on her body weight, and we estimated her to be around 300, which is an average size, even though she's quite a bit more frail now than she's ever been. And so I wouldn't be surprised if she weighs quite a bit less than that. But I'm going to walk on out of here and give her a chance to eat in peace. There is one more. I hope that when I drive back over later, she will have eaten all 3 of those tablets. But I worry about her, y'all. I do. I worry about her. And this is where I always have to begin to question myself on, okay, good. She just got her third tablet down. That's perfect. All right. So I question myself on the quality of life. And it's that age-old debating question that everyone feels strongly, usually one way or the other, about. Of how much do you allow anyone, not just animal, but even human, to suffer in this life before you do something about it, and end that suffering. But, you combat that with how much you love them and you want to see them happy, and then they have days where they can really surprise you, and you don't want to go around euthanizing every animal that has a bad day, because we see how fast things can change. We've seen it with so many of our animals, and we've also seen some suffer until the end. And I will say now that if I would be real curious how you guys feel about that topic in general, and then Tina. And so what you can't say, listen to me, what you can't say is put her in your trailer and drive her 3 hours to Texas A&M where they have somebody. And guys, vets from A&M do not make house calls. So that would be the closest place that has an exotic vet who would know. And all we can do for now is just take the advice of the couple of vets that we work with on a regular basis. And all they do is prescribe a painkiller and a anti-inflammatory. Don't be mean to everybody, baby. Just learn to love sometimes. You gotta learn to love. Trixie, don't get behind her. She'll kick you. Trixie, set a good example for Christmas. Chrissy? I don't know what Trixie's licking on, but I think it's horse poop. That's a bad... Trixie? That's not a good example to set. Sorry, Christmas. Beverly, you stop biting me. She just bit my crock and almost pulled it off my foot.
You better scratch her behind then, because that's what she wants.
I know what she wants. So, we're very concerned about Tina. And this is, I guess, about the third day that she's just kind of laid around, not gotten up and done anything, not even come for her water.
Yeah, I think I'm mostly concerned because I haven't seen her make it to water.
So we got a little concoction here. Jamie, get that hay out of there, will you?
That just went in when I...
Yeah, well, we're in the hay barn, and so it's blowing, wind's blowing pretty good. We got a concoction. We also got a little vegetable medley here.
And fruit.
With her medicine. We have a hard time getting her to take her medicine unless we hide it in something. So we're gonna walk out and have a look at her. I was trying to call the dogs back. Trixie came with me, but Christmas is staying over there, and that's not gonna be easy to get Tina to do anything as long as the dog's there. Poor Tina. She's having a hard enough time as it is. So we had a lot of things come up all at the same time. I had these birds trying to follow us over. There comes Pat and David over to get a bag of concrete. And I was like, Jamie, just go without me. Christmas! Well, that's kind of sweet. I can't tell who it is. I think it might be Wanda has walked over and laid down beside Tina. Now, Gracie over there is not being sweet. Gracie's looking for trouble. She probably saw the little bucket we took the drink over with. And she's like, hey, what's in this bucket? She doesn't like it, but she's walked all the way over there. And now she's gonna probably start some trouble, or otherwise that walk was all in vain. And the way they start trouble with each other is just picking on each other. Just going to pick on them, make them get up. And that's sad. And then if you're saying, Lester, you should move Tina and get her away from all them mean longhorns. So if I move her, I put her in a pasture by herself. Look at her, y'all. I feel so bad for her. Look how she's walking. Oh, her leg hurts. And I don't want her in a pasture by herself because that's going to be even harder for her. The isolation. Pearl's like, oh, you starting trouble, Gracie? I'll join you. I like trouble. Tina's going to come over here with me. That's good. Come on, Tina. Yeah, I want her with her friends. I worry about her, though. I don't know what to do. Now, I can't tell. That's not Wanda because there's no band on that other bird's leg. That's one of the kids. I can't tell which kid. I think that's little Charlie right there. He's so tiny. There's Wanda along the fence line. Is that Tat? Did Tat walk all the way over there? Or was that maybe Susan? I can't tell from here. If that's Susan, then that means that's Tat over there lying down. You can kind of see his head there by the water trough. But how special someone walked over to hang out with her because she was by herself. And isn't that just one more thing that we can all learn about, learn from animals about what we should be as humans? We should do more of. Poor baby. Hey, sweetie. And here comes Trouble. Look, this Trouble's gonna follow her. Guys, Dixie's up and about. Look at her. She's looking pretty good. You know what? You're gonna have to ask Mom. Oh, no, you don't. Beverly, get your face out of there. We need to ask Mom if they can even have grains. Hey, I don't know the rules exactly. She's been the hay and water diet for the longest time. So I don't know if I can give them grains or not. I better just get on out of here. Guys, I need a minute. So we're hoping that she'll eat. There we go. Hey, she's still Tina, y'all. She's still a Tina. Because y'all know this is true. There are certain names that you just don't mess with. And Tina is a name. Think about it. Every Tina that you know, do they not have a mean streak in them? Every Tina that you know has a mean streak. And you don't mess with them. And she is just one of those Tinas. I'm glad to see her eating. And I'm glad to see her up and about. Now, of course, we know who made her get up. We saw Gracie do it. Look how big Tad is, y'all. Look how big Tad is there behind them all. Look at him. Look how big he is behind Tina there. Y'all don't... We might not want to mess with Tat. Hey, buddy. Tat's going to be a big boy. I think he's going to be bigger than Carl. Notice something about Susan. She sort of has red hair. She kind of has a... Let me stop moving. I'm trying to zoom into your head. She has a little bit of red... Oh, I've embarrassed her. Sweetie, there's nothing wrong with that. That's amazing. Aren't there songs about red-haired women? I know. She's a red-haired girl, y'all. She's a red-haired girl. Why is that hard for me to say? Whenever you see all the birds together, it's easy to tell who's who. Look how small Charlie is compared to the other two. These are the three babies here. The babies. I'm gonna tell y'all something. These girls are trouble. They're mean. These are some mean girls right here, both of them. Gracie is too. There's 3 mean girls in this group. But I want to show you what's going on over here. Can you believe that after 3 days of being off by herself, you were all able to witness something magical happened. That one of the babies walked over to sit beside her, and in doing that, encouraged her to join the is it a flock? Can I call these guys a flock? No, that's Wanda. Don't worry about Wanda. She's just pacing the fence line. But now Tina is back with the babies over here, and I'm just so happy to see that. It doesn't excuse their behavior, though. There's no excuse for your behavior, Santana or Pearl. Look at her. You know, that reminds me of, have you ever, like, this is more of a girl thing than a guy thing, I think, but it's like girls can be arguing, and they sort of send one girl off by herself, mad or crying or upset, and then usually take somebody in the group to go to her and talk her into coming back. Come on, we're sorry. She was just messing with you, or whatever. Guys don't do that. Whenever guys get messed with, they don't normally, you know, walk off emotional. They just kind of hold it in and just like laugh it off, and then find ways not to include themselves in that group anymore. I only say that because I've taught school for so long, and I've seen it happen with my young ladies. Lots of the young ladies will have those kind of groups where they'll end up turning on one of their friends for some unknown reason. They want to turn on each other. And I've noticed in my classes before where one girl will be off to herself when she normally sits with other, you know, her group. And then I've watched them. One of them in the group will go there and get her and bring her back. And that's kind of what happened over here. Tina's off by herself. And one of the group went and brought her back in. Says, come on, come over here with us. We'll sit with you. Anyway, that's good to see her back with the group.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.